What's going on, boys and girls? It's your boy Lazy, back at it again with a podcast. This time we're doing the Lazycast, and this is going to be episode number 5, episode 5 of the Lazycast. Before we begin, I just want to quickly say, don't forget to like the video, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment below as well on all our discussions on the Lazycast. I like to open up topics, and as well, don't forget to check your boy out on Twitter. That's at Lazy Lightsaber. Twitter at Lazy Lightsaber. And we do have multiple new subscribers. To those subs coming into the channel, welcome. You're very welcome. And we're basically gonna do something new this time. What I like to do is I'm gonna basically talk about the last couple of videos that I've made and do like kind of like a summary of that and talk about it. I think that's what I'm gonna start doing going forward when I do a new episode of the Lazycast. I'm just going to start talking about topics that are trending. Of course, we always need those new topics, and then also discuss some of the videos I've made and give my opinions over if there's anything that I forgot to cover or maybe more detail that has come out on one of my videos. I'm definitely going to go ahead and talk about it. So we definitely have a couple of things that I wanted to discuss. First, we're going to begin with the new games that have come out for the Switch's Nintendo Entertainment System, the Switch Online games, and the Super Nintendo Switch Online games. They suck. Basically, they suck. So they brought out 2 for each, I think, total of 4. It's been like about 3 months since they brought out the last ones. I don't really care for the games that they introduce. I think they suck. To be honest, I was never a huge Super Nintendo guy anyway. If they can just go ahead and bring out some Nintendo 64 games, that would be great. Really, really, really good. I think Nintendo 64 games would definitely make it feel like, you know, your subscription is worth what you're paying. Yes, you get the online backup. Yes, you get the online play, but we've all played Smash Brothers Online or that dreadful Mario Maker 2. Great game, but the online, man, that needs to get fixed. We're still here. Oh, it's just crazy that it's been so long and that thing's still struggling to play online games. They really need to talk to somebody at Microsoft, get somebody that helped develop that and get that on the road, because they really need help for their online stuff. But yeah, the 2 games they brought out are whack. I don't even remember what they are. They look stupid. I'm not even going to discuss it. I just wanted to mention it because I know it came out and some people were talking about it, but they're stupid. And what we really need is some N64, some 007 GoldenEye, some Mario 64, some Ocarina of Time. Can you imagine? Those were the games that they were actually uploading. Dude, that would be amazing. That would be amazing if I could just hop on my Switch right now and play some Mario 64 as an online game, as a free-to-play online game. Well, you're not playing. You're paying for the subscription, but you're not paying extra for the game. So that's definitely something they got to work on. Hopefully, we'll see some improvement with that over time, but definitely something they need to work on. The next thing I wanted to talk is I made a video, when was it? I think it's my most recent video regarding Cyberpunk on Switch. So I basically spoke about, you know, the rumors going around about CD Projekt Red not completely denying that Cyberpunk could be on the Switch, and kind of, you know, their thoughts on it and how it's gotten delayed or whatever. It is coming out in September of this year. And yeah, I believe that there's a Switch version of that game coming out, possibly sometime in the future. So maybe, hopefully, like a November, or maybe I'm being too optimistic and it's going to be delayed even further out. It might take them an additional time to get the Switch version ready. I hope they do bring it out though. And like I said in that video, and please go watch it because it was a very good video. I definitely get more into the nitty gritty with that. But just because it's CD Projekt Red. If it was any other company doing Cyberpunk for the Xbox and PlayStation, whatever the hell is going to, if it was any other company doing this, I would tell you, no, that game's not coming to the Switch. But it's CD Projekt Red, the people who brought over Witcher 3, a game people said could not be done, could not be brought over. No fucking way you can bring that game over to the Switch, and they did it. So, hey, if they brought it over, it can definitely be done. If there's a company that's going to do it, it would be them. And also Panic Button, I believe, ported over some of the other games. But anyways, not to get sidetracked with that, definitely a big leg up with it coming on the Switch. Definitely looking like that's going into a good direction. And it would be awesome to have a game like that being announced in November to lead us into a possible Zelda sequel coming out. I'm hoping that game comes out. That's another thing, man. That game needs to come out this year. Zelda Breath of the Wild, the sequel, needs to come out this year. I'm just, besides the fact that I want to play it because I'm a huge Zelda fan, I mean, we really need that game this year, especially with the Xbox Series X or whatever the hell it's going to be called. I can't remember the name right now for some reason. And the PlayStation 5 coming out. Dude, that game has to drop. Nintendo has to make a big splash. Yes, I know they have a large install size, but they need a big splash to just stay relevant, because if they don't, I think they're going to get drowned out just by the hype of these two consoles coming out. So I heard the PlayStation 5, they're having problems with bringing the price, pricing it. I really didn't get to look into it. I saw a couple of quick things on Twitter and through my YouTube feed, people talking about PlayStation 5. I'm not gonna talk too much about it because I really don't know, but somehow they're having issues pricing the console, or they're gonna wait until the Xbox tells us their price first. So we'll see how all that comes out. But yeah, Nintendo Switch needs to make a splash to just keep them relevant, and in people's talking about it. So I think that game would definitely carry that on and do that pretty good, moving into the later part of 2020 into 2021. So I wanted to talk about now, transition over to what I think is going to be one of the larger points of the podcast, and that basically is the split screen. So I made a video regarding the split screen function for Fortnite. So I believe a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, split screen came out for Fortnite, and that's going to be on Switch and on the Xbox. So you have the ability to basically play couch co-op, all right, with a friend on the Switch. I'm not on the Switch, on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox. So that's a thing that they can do right now. The Switch doesn't have that capability. So I made a video discussing why the Switch doesn't have that capability and what they need to do to make that capability work. So a lot of the points that I was making was, well, I can see why they didn't bring it over just yet, because the Switch is portable. So I mean, well, if you're playing portably and you switch that little screen, the little Switch screen that it has, split it in half, the screen becomes even smaller. It's basically like trying to play Fortnite on something smaller than a Switch Lite. And I've played Fortnite on my Switch Lite, and I tell you right now, that's not a good experience. I don't care. That's not bashing the Switch Lite, but the Switch Lite for me is better to play one-player games, like maybe like a Zelda or Witcher 3 type games. Those games work very good on the Switch. When it comes to multiplayer, you definitely need a sit-down, docked to the TV experience, right? So I think the Switch dock provides that very well. So I think the split screen would be mostly suited or better at docked mode. So if they can, if they can at least, I'm not trying to say that people won't try to, have just the normal Switch and use the split screen function on that. Of course, if it's available, they should be able to. But at least if they can't get that to work, I understand how that can be an issue. At least have it to where when the Switch is docked, it can do couch co-op. And I know then the second problem is, well, if you do that, you still have an issue with the remote, right? Because you need the two Joy-Cons together, or you need a Pro controller. Well, then that's fine. If that limitation is there, then that's something that you shouldn't have to deal with. You either get another control for your buddy, or tell him to bring his Joy-Cons or his Pro controller, and you guys hop on the game. But it's definitely a feature that needs to be given, because I would like to pass the second Pro controller I have over to a friend or to whoever that's coming over to play, and we do split screen Fortnite couch co-op. So definitely something that I feel Nintendo and Epic Games kind of missed on that, and I don't know which company basically to point at and say, hey, you didn't include this into the new update for the Switch, WTF. But I really don't know who's to blame. I want to say Epic, because that's their game. So definitely a huge oversight. If you can't get it to work on portable, that's fine. At least have it to where once you dock it onto once you dock your Switch, now you have the ability to do so. And I seriously can't see a company like them not being able to pull something like that off. It's frustrating when the Switch basically is like a second-class citizen. I say it a lot of times, but because it doesn't get all the features, and I don't really know if that's just game developers not wanting to bring it over because it involves more work, or because it's something from Nintendo side restricting it. So whoever is definitely stopping that progress, it definitely it needs to stop, and we need to just go ahead and move forward with that, because that's something that I think a lot of people would enjoy. I myself would be one of those people. Even if they just bring it to the docked version, I think that would be a success. That would definitely be a plus if it gets ported over, that feature gets ported over to the Switch, but only on docked. I would be fine with that. That would be a win for me. It would be what I would want. If they say, hey, this feature is only available while docked but not on handheld, I think at that point it would definitely be a good idea. I don't see anything wrong with that limitation, if that's something that they can't do. All right, so the other thing I wanted to say was regarding the Nintendo Direct, which is probably the biggest thing here on the podcast. So no Nintendo Direct, right? We went all of January without a Nintendo Direct. We went through it's already mid-February, or towards the end of February, actually, because it's a shorter month. And no Direct. Like, the shit's been quiet, straw balls across the desert road. We haven't heard a single thing regarding a Nintendo Switch Direct. And if you go on Twitter and you see when Nintendo posts something, all you see is people underneath in the Twitter feed leaving comments talking about, we want a Direct. Where's the Direct? When is the Direct coming? When is the Direct coming? No Direct. And I think this is a problem. I think this is a problem because I'm nervous that Nintendo doesn't have anything for us. I'm nervous because I feel like they don't have a big bang to show us yet. And they need one. And I'm afraid that we're going to go into March and we're not going to have Direct. I think there will be no Direct. I know you don't want to hear this, but I think there will be no Direct for the month of February. We're going to roll into Monday of next week and nothing. I don't think we're going to hear anything, which is sad because I thought we were going to have a January Direct. I know last year we didn't. We had a February Direct, if my memory serves me correctly. But, man, I mean, are they going to do a March Direct at this point? Are we going to sail all the way to fucking E3 with no Direct? No, I mean, they need to come out and say something. and they need to come out with a bang. Like, these are the big titles that are, and I know there's stuff in E3 that they're going to release as well, and wow everybody, but we need our hopes up for a strong 2020 for the Switch. We need some more games announced, and I'm hoping that they're saving it possibly for maybe an early March direct. Do not give me an Animal Crossing direct. If we get an Animal Crossing direct, I will fucking lose it. I do not care for that game. I know there's people that are even my subs that are on this channel who like that game. For those people, I'm not dissing you. If you like the game, that's good for you, but we need more than that, okay? We need more information for more games than Animal Crossing. It is a game I'm not interested in. It is a game I will not be getting. I'm happy for all the fans of that game that they have a new the game's coming out for them, and they have a new Switch console with the artwork on it. It actually, the colors look nice, like a spring type of thing. I mean, I'm not getting it, but for the people that do, I'm glad that's working out for you, and you can nerd out on, that game that you like. But we need to know about the upcoming titles. We need to know what new games are coming out. And I'm still hopeful that we'll find out about GTA 5 coming to the Switch along with a Red Dead Redemption. And if it's not GTA 5, I think GTA is coming to the Switch in some form or fashion. I know you've heard me say this in other videos and in other podcasts, but I think that is going to happen. I think the Nintendo Switch is going to have a Rockstar game in the sense of GTA or Red Dead Redemption of some form or fashion is coming to the Nintendo Switch, and I believe it's GTA 5. And I've heard people in the gaming industry say that they've seen that game running on the Switch. Now, that is a massive game. It could just be that it's taking so long because the game is so massive, and they're probably working out bugs trying to make sure that the game works effectively and correctly on that console. So that's definitely something that we have to look out for. And I still believe that it's coming. I know a lot of people say, oh man, I'm gonna freak out if that comes out. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, it's coming out, dude. Like, I believe it's coming, and it will be crazy once it comes. Now, Red Dead Redemption, all right? We've seen that the PC version has images of it being compatible with a Switch Pro controller, and people say, oh no, that's just for PC users. Lazy, you have no idea what you're talking about, Lazy. You're crazy. That's just for PC users who wants to use Switch controller. What fucking PC user is gonna want to use a goddamn Switch Pro controller to play Red Dead on their goddamn PC? Go. I'm waiting. None, because it's not gonna happen. Trust me, that was put in there because Rockstar is trying to bring that over to the Switch. Now, if they're successful or not is another story, but that's definitely on their mind. Are you kidding me? That's a whole nother 56 million games that they can sell. Between both Red Dead Redemption and GTA 5, there's another 50 million GTA 5s they can sell. And when the game comes out at first, they're gonna sell it full price, even though it's been out on PS4 and Xbox for a long time. They're gonna sell it full price. I just think that that's an opportunity that you, being Rockstar, you can't miss. Of course, it's not gonna look as crisp, smooth, as graphically intense as the ones on the PS4 and the Xbox, but it's still gonna play good. It's Rockstar here, right? So it's still gonna play good. It's still gonna look right. It might be the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 version of the game, but still, definitely a good game to have. I would take that version of the game to play it on my Switch, and I know the Switch would run that no problem. The Switch runs Witcher 3. So yeah, that old talking point, oh, Switch can't run it. No, it's not. It can run the game. No problem. And it might even be able to run the PS4, to be honest, version of it. I actually think it can, because if it can run Witcher 3 again, which was on those consoles, it can definitely run the that version of it. And it's definitely something that people have been waiting for. The Red Dead Redemption as well is another game, which I heard that game struggled. It struggled on PS4. So that game may be even longer before it comes out on the Switch, but I think eventually it will come out. Eventually those games will make it out and be successful, because I would definitely be buying both of those games. I had an Xbox 360 and I loved GTA 5. It was like one of the only games I played on that console, and one of the best games that I've played, and it is till this day, I think, one of the best games overall. And I'm a huge Zelda fan, so for me to say that, you know, that's a lot. So definitely GTA 5 coming to the Switch, huge opportunity. Another 50 million they can sell or more, depending on, you know, what the Switch sales are up now, and that's including the Switch Lite as well. Because if it runs Switch, it runs Switch Lite. They play the same games. Can you imagine Switch Lite, GTA 5? You're on your break at work, maybe you're going to work, maybe you're catching the bus, maybe you're on the subway, maybe you're just sitting on your couch, maybe you're on your lunch break or something, maybe you're at school, and you pull out your Switch Lite, slap your GTA 5 cartridge in there, 64 gigabyte, and you start rocking it. Man, hey, I'm telling you, that's coming. That's gonna happen. Damn it, it's gonna happen. I know it is. It's just, it's too logical not to happen. So, but trying to wrap this and bring this all back, right, to the direct. You know, WTF, no direct. Nintendo has to come with the bang, like I was saying. And if that means an extended clip of Breath of the Wild to the sequel, maybe showing us a new trailer of it, or just saying, hey, it's coming in a Metroid Prime. What's up with that game, dude? Like, we should at least have a trailer. I mean, how long do these games take? Dude, it shouldn't be taking you 3 years to make a fucking game, dude. It should not be that long. This is something that you know, a game should take 2 years to make max. And I think that's, you know, frankly too long. But 2 years, you know, because you need to get the concept, the storyline, and all that, and that takes time. But from what I know and understand, that was something that was already planned. So, hey, what can you do, right? But definitely, we need to know about that. We need to know new titles that maybe we have no idea that might be coming down in the pipeline that we just, you know, we haven't been told, you know. New games. I also heard a lot about Paper Mario coming to the Switch. I've never played Paper Mario, so to me that's not a big deal. I guess to the Paper Mario fans, that would be huge. Definitely, I mean, I would take a look at it. If it's good, definitely I would get the game, but it's not something that's going to be on my priority list. My priority list for the new direct is we need to have some news on Metroid Prime 4. We need to have something for the Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel, and we need to hear something about GTA, and we need to hear something about Red Dead Redemption, or either or. I'm not going to be greedy. I'll take one or the other for sure. They don't have to talk about both of them, and it would be stupid for them to release both games at the same time. Obviously, they will want to release GTA 5 first. It's the oldest one, and it's the one that they can get on the Switch faster, and then move over to Red Dead Redemption and release that second. And then we would need to hear something about Breath of the Wild, if I haven't already stated that. And I think Rogue Company, that's a game that I saw something about that at a direct. They showed it briefly. What was it, last September? Wow, last September was our last direct. That's fucking bullshit. But anyways, they showed the Switch playing that game, and I think it's coming on a multi-platform type thing. So definitely, I want to hear more about that. We definitely need to hear about Rogue Company. That looks like a game I would be interested in. So definitely some news about that for the Switch. We definitely need to know what the heck's going on, and the Switch this year needs to come out with heavy hitters like that. Heavy hitters, so that when the PlayStation 5 comes out and the Xbox Series X comes out, Nintendo has something to stand on, something firm, something to say, hey, when you go to the store, you can pick up our product because it's better than theirs. Because let's face it, that's what it boils down to. People go to the store, what are they gonna buy, right? And I'm gonna probably buy an Xbox, not the new one, but I'll probably buy the Xbox One S, only so I can play some of the games, because I know that Microsoft stated that they're not gonna have exclusivities, that they're gonna support all their consoles. So that doesn't incentivize me to buy the new console. So I'll just end up getting the old one and seeing if I could play their new games on that one. So I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for that. But definitely, if Switch stuff comes out, over here that's all we talk about is Nintendo Switch. I do throw a bone at the other consoles from time to time, because you got to keep yourself open. Eventually, there's going to be a time when the Nintendo Switch just isn't popular anymore, and we gotta, we have to be able to grow. And if that means new Nintendo console coming out, or maybe jumping on to something else, But as of right now, this channel is mainly Nintendo Switch, and as long as excuse me, as long as that's what I'm, playing and what I'm rocking and you guys are rocking with me, then that's what we're going to discuss. And if we need to expand and grow into other things, then we'll do that as well. Well, anyways, don't want to keep dragging this out more than it has to. We discussed a lot of points on here. Just let me know in the comments below, what you think about the new games that we got for the Nintendo Switch Online for the old consoles. Should we have Nintendo 64 games by now on the Switch Online? Do you think GTA and Red Dead Redemption are coming to the Switch? Do you think I'm crazy? This is not going to happen. This is something that we're just never going to get. Or are you like me and you believe that, hey, this is something that we should believe is coming and it will happen? Let me know about that as well. And about the Nintendo Switch Fortnite dual screen. Let me know how you guys feel about that. I mean, is that something you would want? A feature for your Switch? Would you want it in portable mode as well? Or just docked? Or is that something that you're not missing? I mean, that doesn't mean I'm going to stop playing Fortnite because the feature's not there. I like it already, but it would be nice to have definitely something else that we could look into. And the Nintendo Switch Direct. Let me know in the comments below if you believe a new Direct is coming and when, because here we are. We're in February, and I honestly think that when we tune into Twitter next week on Monday, we ain't gonna hear shit. We're gonna go into March. Maybe at the beginning of March, the first week of March, we'll hear something because Animal Crossing is coming out that month. They have to say something about that. So I mean, even if it's just a tweet, but something has to come out in regards to that. So I think they'll definitely have some type of Direct in March. If we don't have a Direct in March, I'm just fucking giving up at that point. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think about all this craziness, what Nintendo has been holding us hostage. People are desperate. People want news. We need to hear something. So I'm definitely one of those people that's kind of at my wit's end. We need some news, just a little bit. We're not asking for too much. Just give me a date. March 7th, Nintendo Direct will come out. Okay, great. That way I know on this day I can expect something. But kind of keeping us in limbo really sucks. They keep dragging this shit on, whole of January went nothing. Okay, now we expect something in February. Here we are. It's February 15th, 16th, whatever day it is. The month is pretty much over. and we still haven't heard shit. So definitely something that needs to be fixed. But anyways, don't forget to hit your boy up in the comments, like the video, subscribe. See you later. You guys have a good day.